You guys playing name minor? It's the only time I've ever gotten an A in anything in my life.
What? Oh!
Inspiration is drunk. Dangerously stupid drunk. And driving down the wrong side of the road. He's tossing Molotov cocktails and cigarettes out the sunroof. He looks over at his nervous passenger and tries to calm him down. Says, "It'll feel good if you can just close your eyes." The passenger can't though. He's terrified to be that alone with his own mind because he knows times and he tries to think back. And he doesn't like trying to think back because it gets a little blurry, a little confusing, a little jigsaw, a little mashed up, a little mixed up. You could say it gets a little confusing. But right now, the 130-mile-per-hour blur and terror is overtaking the passenger's good senses and muscle control, and his eyelids snap shut. And now, he's doing it. He's trying to remember. He's trying to think back. And this time, it's different the way he sees it. This time it's different, but it seems real. Well, real enough. Like apology letters from Santa Claus. He sees inspiration for the first time, 12 miles down the road while he was still the one driving. Inspiration's thumb is up, shoulders back, head cocked, every drop of inspiration's sweat announcing to passerbyers, "Pull over! I double dog dare you." His tires squeak, his door popping like a champagne cork, the creak of his seat under the weight. The weight. The weight. But the sudden explosion of a Molotov cocktail erupted into tomorrow's headlines of crime sprees. The passenger is just too tired to keep running, yanks him back, bare on salmon power just in time to catch inspiration, nodding and laughing along to the soundtrack. A fiddler on the roof. Of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is God has given you to me. But just then a cat runs out of 9 lives all over their headlights, and due to that shock, the passenger accidentally stumbles back into his own thoughts for the second time in the same night. And this time, when he tries to think back, it's not the same as it was. This time it is a little bit different, but this time it seems true. Well, true enough. Like drunk I love yous. Inspiration leaned into his heartbeat. 12 hours before the road even appeared, an island in their bed. Inspiration leaned into him and saying, "Boy, we gotta get the hell out of here." Before our door begins to feel ignored and this entire apartment becomes nothing more than all ceiling, wall, and floor. Don't you understand what I'm trying to tell you? There are 9,257,000 could-bes waiting in the bushes for the day I give up on you and leave. Inspiration gets up from their bed, paces the floor, paces the floor, paces the floor, comes back to bed, and starts snoring the next morning. That's when the road first appeared. But now, the road, much larger than when it first made its first appearance to that boy's virgin eyes, is trying to suck the roof of their car in a one last kiss goodnight. And everything begins to spin real fast, and everything begins to scream real loud, and there's sparks flying, and shit spinning and spinning and screaming and screaming and spinning and spinning and screaming, and shit stops! As if to say, "Hey, boys, I'm sick of the abuse from the fan over all these years." And in this moment of true silence, in this moment of real reflection, our passenger can finally do some truthfully real thinking, and he sees inspiration, bleeding, barely breathing, still managing though just a little bit of speaking, to be exact, 9,257,000 kid, I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. We all know that those words would have been so much more comfortable as they were supposed to be. As, didn't I tell you, boy? Didn't I tell you we were gonna have a grand old time out here? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, those that fall between the borders, welcome to the Dirty Gerund Poetry Show second half, At Ralph's Rock Diner, I am Nick Davis. I'm wearing a tiny shirt.